Well, there's a blue dot family.
Yeah. How y'all doing, baby? It is Tuesday, baby. Welcome. We got a Blue Dot family. I'm sorry, my mind is there's something in my mind right now. Travis checking it out. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for showing up. Drizzle Snizzle was the first one to jump in, followed by Joy Peters, Jen Locks, John Heron here, Eddie Togogo, Stephanie Dean. Thank you, Bob. Stephanie. Cheryl Pelliter, Dahlia D, Dorothy Tyndall. And Stephanie Dean, just so I could say I said it right. Anyway, hello, Val Wood, Candy 2, Robert Caruso, Savette Pre, Sivan Pre. I see. Give me a second and I'll screw up anybody's name. Anyway, Karen Carpenter's here. Karen Cormier's here. Karen Carpenter, Jesus. Anyway, if I could get my mouth to working, we'll have a family meeting here. Wasn't today an exciting day on TV? Oh my God, the Republicans came into their second day to defend Donnie, and what happened? They gave it up. Ain't that some shit? They gave up early, baby. They said, that's it. We've got all we need, and we're just going to end this and go into questions, I guess, tomorrow. There'll be 16 hours, 8 hours each day of questionings from the senators, and then I guess that'll get us into Friday. And a little note I want to say, just a minute ago I noticed on the news that Mitch McConnell is telling the GOP that he does not have the votes to block witnesses. He's trying to rally the troops. I don't have the votes to block witnesses. Somebody better help me here. Yeah, we might get witnesses after all. Now, before we get into too much, and my mind gets carried away. Anything?
So I guess this happened earlier. So before we went on, literally before we went on, Mom came in and said, yeah. So there was an earthquake. Apparently, there was an earthquake between Cuba and Jamaica, and it was felt downtown in Miami. And there's a lot of high rises that have been evacuated, and it is
That's
a
close.
7.7 earthquake.
That's pretty damn good size.
Yeah, but the thing is, this news of this has been going on since at least 3 hours ago, and we did not hear a single thing about it.
Why didn't the news say something about that shit?
Because we're too caught up in this impeachment trial.
Anyway, I guess, well, that's. I hope it's that same thing, Jesus. You hope everybody's okay. They're not. There's going to be damage somewhere. There's going to be a wave. What all that stuff. If you live anywhere near that area, or on the coast, Stephanie Dean, I know y'all do. I don't know, I'm not no scientist, not no weather guy, but keep your eyes open and shit. Don't be listening to me so much. Listen to that radio. Let them know if. Anyway, we worry about all our blue dots, no matter where they are. But when something happens like this, your mind goes there until you want to find out what happened. Tragedy happens all the time, and you never know when it's going to come out of the blue, and we got to deal with it when we can deal with it, and hope that it comes through all right. And we can see that in the news here lately. We're getting hit with all sorts of news, and news that I know impacted some of our blue dots personally, and Bernadette, are you with us, dear? Looked like you bounced out or something. Anyway, I wanted to just welcome Bernadette back. We missed her the other night, and we all know why, because she was a big fan of Coby Bryant, and his passing has a big impact on her, and we want her to know that we are all with you, Bernadette. Every one of us. Every one of us.
I'm with you now.
Okay, well, I appreciate you being here tonight. It's terrible news. The whole thing is a tragedy for several families.
Yes.
But Coby was a man that stood out in the crowd, baby. And I know, how come I know Bernadette?
How you know, John?
Because I'm a football guy. I don't watch a whole lot of basketball. So if you start naming off basketball players, usually I don't know who they are until you hit certain names. And Coby Bryant was one of them. He played for the Lakers. LeBron James, everybody knows there's names that are made not just because of the game, but because what they do with their life. and that's how come I know his name. You know, you don't have to be a basketball fan to appreciate somebody who's doing wonderful things in life. You know, and
Yeah.
Coby was. But
One of the reasons why he took helicopter was because he wanted to spend as much with his
yes,
because he could afford to do that.
Bernadette, I think you're popping in and out, dear. I'm getting only about every other.
Fresh.
Okay,
I'm gonna go out and move back in.
okay. Yeah, you know, disasters can touch a lot of hearts, and you know, when somebody that we all know is taken like this in a sudden accident, uh, and then find out it's even more heartbreaking that his daughter is with him. There's other parents with their child on board, a coach. You know, these are people that were going to promote the game, their kids, to support them, to you know, to be exactly what we all aspire to be. You know, that kind of supportive parent. And you know, you never know, baby. You never know.
My heart goes out to Vanessa and his other 3 children,
Yes.
and my hometown,
Mm-hmm.
LA.
Yes. Well, he reached farther than L.A.
Yeah, he did.
He reached everywhere, baby. He did, and he'll long
You know,
be spoke of.
One of I just have to say this because it was so profound when it was said to me, and it was said to me by my 9-year-old grandson when another friend of mine had died,
Mm-hmm.
and his words were exactly, Mimi, when somebody dies, whether I know them or not, it's like chunks are taken out of me,
That's sweet.
and that's what it felt like.
What about what
And
out of the mouth of children? You know.
yeah,
You know.
that's what it felt like.
We should all feel that way. Every one of us
Yeah.
should feel that way. You don't have to know somebody to have empathy for the pain that's going to cause. You know, not only for the family but for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on a scale of this, you know, it's going to impact a lot of things that Coby was involved in. You know, and he was involved in a
Yep.
lot of stuff. And yeah, so it's sad to see, you know, somebody we lose somebody that is actually contributing to society. You know what I mean? Is advancing the right moral values and stuff. And you know, I'll tell you right off the bat, I am a little bit pissed off at Yahoo. So open Yahoo today, and the top lead story up there was the one thing about Coby Bryant they wanted to rub out in the dirt. Are you shitting me? It wasn't there long.
Okay, let's just go ahead and put it out there.
Yeah.
He was accused of rape,
Yes.
of assault, you know, a sexual assault. And you know what? He went through that trial. He was found not guilty. He apologized
paid
to
a
that
price
woman.
for that.
He even admitted.
And he
He
stood up.
admitted that he thought it was consensual sex.
Yes.
She said it wasn't. Okay, there's
Well,
a discrepancy
yes.
there. The
He said,
man
she said.
was just that. He was fallible. He was a man, just
Show
like
me
everybody
show
else
me one that
walking on
isn't.
this planet.
Show me one that's
But
not.
one thing he did do, he grew up,
Yep.
and he never did that
Yeah.
shit again.
I'm glad
He
you said
grew
that.
up.
I'm glad you said that. Because when I saw that on Yahoo, because I'm going out to do my research today, and I switch over to Yahoo, and that's the lead banner up there, and it really did piss me off. You know, we haven't even
me
had a
off, too.
funeral yet, and that's what you want to put on your lead banner. Yahoo can kiss my ass. You know, that was distasteful, unnecessary, and
Everybody, they do trash talk.
Yeah.
And trash talk gets it's what is that? Clickbait.
Yeah.
Get you over on their site.
Yeah.
And it's clickbait.
And it's terrible, but the
shame
subject
on them.
matter.
We
Yes,
have
shame on them.
a president that's been accused by
Thank you.
23 women.
Thank you.
23, not just one. And yet he's being covered.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
John, it broke my heart. It broke my heart that morning that Coby died. And our president gets to still suck air.
It just doesn't seem like there's moral justice in the universe, does it, Bernadette?
No,
You know,
no, that's not right.
but remember
the,
what Martin said.
the word
The arch of the moral universe is long, but it bends
It's
towards
long.
justice, baby. We have to just keep, hanging on to that
And
arc,
I'm
baby, and
glad
pulling.
that we might see justice in this ShamWow of a trial going on.
We might yet, huh? How you doing, Velda?
pretty good.
Good.
But I want to add a little bit more to that about Coby.
What's that?
Um, I seen and I heard what President Obama had said,
Yes.
and Trump rewrites it and fucking treats it. What right? What right do you have to do such shit like that?
I know.
He has
doesn't.
no right in this world. He has no compassion, not for a fucking soul in this world.
He has no
and yet
empathy.
he tries to pretend, and he can't come up with his own 2 fucking cents worth to say what a great man we lost.
Yeah.
Fuck
And he hasn't
Trump.
yet.
Yep. What'd you say?
He hasn't yet.
I said,
Get it.
I think she said fuck Trump.
Give the woman a gong
Wait,
for me,
wait.
please.
And the words
Thank
of Velda,
you.
fuck Trump. So saith Velda. Yes, I'm getting a tickle in my head. That discussion came up earlier. Yeah, fuck him. And because he has,
horse he rode in
and the
on.
horse he rode in, and his whole crew. His whole stinking
Absolutely.
crew. You know, I did a short video earlier. I don't know how many of y'all saw it, but
I saw it.
I wanted to get a few things out because I'm kind of pissed. Because
John,
immediately,
before
ahead.
we leave the Coby topic,
Yeah,
I
no,
want
go
to
ahead.
just put this out. The NBA, the logo for the NBA is another Laker great, Jerry West. It is his silhouette. They are considering changing it to Coby. And I think that Jerry West would be willing to do that.
Well,
Not make
Because
2
he
silhouettes.
was that great.
he was that
of a
powerful of an
player.
image for not only the
Yes.
game, but for society itself. We all make mistakes, but it's how you react to it, baby. It's how you come
Yep.
through it. What kind of person are you? And we know what kind of person Mitch Goldstein is because he just donated to Super Chat and said, fuck plump. So saith Mitch Goldstein. Buddy, how are you doing? We're
Thanks.
glad you're out there, Mitch. Oh, look at there. I think he's upstairs. Anyway, thank you, Mitch. Give me the thing there. I got to get
I'm
this shit
here
together.
pretty soon. We're going to hear that bird of yours downstairs saying, fuck Trump.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. It's going to be a thing with him pretty soon. We're all waiting for it in the living room. Marcia said that the other day. How long was because that's what we were laughing about. Because we was looking at the screw. There's social media. One we saw a story earlier about that Facebook is going to help try to re-elect Trump. That was the story. And when we got to looking about what they're doing and all that, and then when it comes to mine, and anytime we say, what did we say about that? What? Oh yeah, we said fuck Trump. The monetization on all my videos goes to shit. Yeah, you take it off. They won't put it up to certain venues and whatnot. And that's fine because I already restrict my videos for not suitable for children. So that's it. You're not it's not supposed to be able to click on it anyway. But the story about Zuckerberg with Trump, that's I'm losing my thought. That's the same thing that happened in 2016. There's so many. It's like deja vu with a lot of this shit that we're going through right now. The possibility of foreign interference in this election is just as much real as it was in 2016, except now we know about it, and it's. Anyway, if you have a voice, use it, baby. What's that, Bella?
I just got through watching. Oh God, I can't think of the show. Hang on a second. I'll pull. Damage Report.
Okay.
In that, they're having a problem. The DNC is having a problem because Bernie is in the head and lead of everything.
And that bothers who?
The old
guard.
The old guard in the DNC.
I don't give a shit who gets pissed off. Bernie's in the lead. Biden is slipping. Go ahead.
They started. Some people were starting a pact, a a Democratic PAC to run ads against Bernie Sanders.
That
don't
sucks.
form a
No,
circular firing ring.
No, you don't start that kind of shit. Keep your ass out of it. How about you let the voters decide who they like without a bunch of your bullshit pumping in? Yeah, don't be shooting at each other. This is what's bothering me right now. If Bernie is the guy, baby, I'm all happy. If Biden is the guy, I'm going to vote for him and I'm going to support him. If it's Elizabeth Warren, I'm going to vote. Whoever it is, I'm going to vote. But this, what we're going through right now, what the Republicans are doing right now, it's the same game plan they used in 2016 when Donnie reached out to Russia. Russia, if you're listening, and he got them involved, and it went into social media. We saw it all over. Our intelligence agency told us, yes, they meddled in our election. We see the same thing now. The results of all that meddling was to hurt Hillary Clinton. Didn't matter about anything else if it was true. Hillary's emails, Hillary's Benghazi, Hillary whatever, Hillary. Until they demonized it hurt us to put up with that shit. And guess what? I don't care who our standard bearer is. I'm going to vote for him. But their main focus, Donnie's main focus, was to hurt Biden. So what you saw yesterday, standing on the floor of the Senate and pulling out every kind of shit about Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, is the same thing they did to Hillary. It doesn't matter if they can prove it or anything like that. It doesn't matter. It's being talked about. If it gets talked about, it's in the news. Who do you think Fox News is going to talk about? They're going to talk about that asshole. And it seems to work. Biden is slipping in the polls. A lot of people are liking that. They want to see Bernie rise up.
What they're doing to him, what they couldn't get Ukraine to do,
exactly.
They got the United States Senate to do.
So saith Bernadette. That is exactly right. That is exactly right.
The Senate.
They could not get the deal with Ukraine. They couldn't get Ukraine president to stand up and say Joe Biden and Hunter Biden the exact words they wanted. So they got the United States Republican senators and their lawyers to do it for them. And guess what? Just like the lady, the senator out of Iowa, whatever her name is, I forgot, it's working. Biden's numbers are down. It's just like Mick Mulvaney, I think. Not Mick Mulvaney. There's too many. The guy, hi, Velica. What's the guy's name? Minority leader in the House right now.
McCarthy.
Yeah, that guy. When he was asked about the Benghazi, all these investigations, the $1 million, and what did you ever get out of it? Well, had you seen Hillary's numbers? It's the same thing. It's not truth, justice, in the American way. It's smear your opponent to hell. That's what gets you winning. Anyway, that's what I'm disgusted with it. And I don't want to see it on our side. I really don't. You got enough bullshit coming from Republicans about Joe Biden. We don't need our own side kicking his ass too. You're in a race. Fine. Talk about what you're doing, how you're going to make this country better. The best person's going to win. The cream will rise to the top. Go ahead.
I have I want to speak to a particular person in the chat room on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Hank, my name is Bernadette. I see you made a comment that black people don't trust Bernie and will not vote for him. I want you to know, I'm black. 2016, I voted for him. That's not true. Don't believe everything you see on mainstream media. Ask somebody.
Yeah.
Don't believe anything you see.
No.
Ask somebody. He's got more black support than you think he does.
Yeah, there's a lot of news out there.
You know who says that shit?
Hello, Mitch. How you doing, buddy?
You know who says that shit?
Who?
People who have no black friends.
There you go.
That's who says that.
Yeah, that don't know.
Because anybody who knows any people of color knows that's a goddamn lie.
This whole campaign, they want to make it out that only the black people are only supporting Biden.
No.
That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
No.
Not only do I support Bernie, I got a T-shirt that says Bernie because fuck this shit.
There you go. I'll tell you. I have not picked. Told anybody who I favor. I think if anybody knows me by now, I want somebody that's going to scare the shit out of the Republicans. When I look at this field and I see who scares the hell out of the Republicans, it's Bernie. Hello,
who
Bud man.
Democrats?
John,
who scares the Democrats? That's the real question.
Yeah,
you're right, Mitch. He does scare the Democrats.
He does. He scares a lot of corporate Democrats.
They want to keep this mainstream, mayonnaise, white America, middle of the road, Democratic vote.
I don't want to.
Okay?
I want to progressive.
I think this country is ready for something different. That's why we voted for Obama.
Exactly. We had a hope for the future.
We wanted something different. Yeah. And we would have had Bernie had the DNC not did their shiesty shit in 2016.
Yeah. And?
That's a fact.
And you were going to say?
Also, on the fundraisers they're trying to raise up against it, they've already gotten nominations from a couple of groups, and those groups are Republican groups.
There you go. Well, you know what I keep asking today all day long.
There's a video out on YouTube from Les Parnell and Igor Furman about the Maria Yovanovitch thing. Okay, the whole video is an hour and 20 minutes long. I suggest everybody go out and spend that time to watch that video because it's so much more than going after Maria Yovanovitch.
Oh, no.
First of all.
No,
one of the things that Trump said at that dinner in this video was that had Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton's VP, it would have scared the shit out of him.
Yes. It does, because you know who
That's
Bernie...
what he was afraid
Bernie motivates the youth.
That she was going to pick Bernie.
You know, and Bernie did get a raw deal last election round. There's no doubt about that.
And I can tell you what...
Go ahead.
They can no longer hide the fact that he's in the lead.
No.
They've been trying for 2 months to skew the polls and make it look like he wasn't in the lead. Now he's so far in the lead that
he's been in the lead the whole time.
Yes. But now he's been so far in the lead that they can't hide it.
Yeah.
Can't stop it.
Yeah. And you can blame it on whatever you want, but I think the time is coming nigh to where this nation is going to have to make a choice. And look at what we've been facing. I just seen a story in there about the deficit for the next decade is $1 trillion deficits every year. This is going to get real nasty.
Can't afford that.
No, we can't. You and I can't. Betsy DeVos will have no trouble. She's got a place over in Dubai. You know, what the fuck? That's what it is. It's you and I that's going to suffer that kind of societal burden on us. You know, it's I don't know. Like I always say, I don't want to do anything. I want to progress this nation forward, and the only way to do that is to do it the same way Republicans do it. Shove it up their butt. Whine about the big tax cut. Oh, you know, it didn't do us no good. They got it what they want. Nope. They took it.
John, what we need to do is...
What's that?
We need to do when Bernie gets into office. Hey, you know money to big pharma from the government?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Oil? Not gonna get it. Mm-mm. Any subsidies to anywhere, anyone, any place. Screw it.
Yeah.
Military complex? Screw it. We're only going to pay enough for what they need and absolutely what they need, and their pay, and up their pay, and take the rest of that money and pay down the deficit and build our country back.
That's what, you know, we have to start realizing that the way of the military budget is not benefiting our country. You know, we spend most of our money on the defense budget instead of our own country, our infrastructure, our society itself. You know, this is where we should be investing our money. This is where the future is.
How else are we going to pay for 166 military bases?
There you go. You know, I'm a military guy. I spent my time. I'm proud of our military. I'm good on defense. I'm strong on defense. But I'm also a realist that we don't need that much money going to our defense department. Those are all jobs programs. That's what the defense budget is. It's a jobs program to keep those bases that manufacture tanks or whatever it is that we manufacture, from helicopters to whatever. They all have to be manufactured all the time. What's that?
But they make
I got a.
Go ahead, Bud man.
I said they make all that stuff, and then they sit out there and park in the field somewhere.
Yes, they do.
And it just sits there and goes to hell.
Yeah, they do. There's fields and fields of tanks. Go ahead, Belda.
I've got a chart from last year.
Yeah.
For how this breaks down: education 6%, government 6%, veterans benefits 6%, housing 5%, health 5%, internal affairs 3%, energy environment 3%, science 3%, transportation 3%, labor 2%, food and agriculture 1%, military 57%.
There you go. Yeah. And as I've said before, that money's not going to the soldier and sailor.
Get this, they're saying that the
Super chat.
1%, the 1% is draining our country.
Well, there you go.
Stamps.
Yep. You know, those are statistics, baby, and it shows you where we put our money, and it's not going. It's going to the rich because, like I said, go look up a Defense Department CEO or a defense contractor CEO paying all that shit. You look where our tax dollars are going, and talking about dollars. John I Fly just donated $10 through Super Chat and said, so far the Senate Republicans don't have enough votes to block witnesses. Let's get those witnesses in, and maybe that will convict Trump. Trump needs to go. So saith John I Fly, and I appreciate it, buddy. And that is the key. It's looking good for us. It really is, because they're pushed to a wall. They're pushed up against the wall. You know.
Absolutely.
TW, how are you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. I came up with a new saying. I think we should start saying.
What's that?
Fuck plump Trump.
Fuck plump Trump, but you're going to get me all tongue-tied on that one. Yeah, she sells seashores. Fuck plump Trump. That fits. It fits if you can get it out of your mouth. Velica, are you still with us, darling?
Yes, I'm
there
with you.
There you go.
I'm just listening because I don't have much to say.
Oh, well, I bet you do.
Oh, yes, you do, girl.
I bet you do.
Yes, you do. Come on.
Go ahead.
What do you say about Trump?
What do you say?
I was just going to quote Bernadette on this one.
What's that?
Fuck Trump.
Oh, there it goes again.
My girl.
I think she said
my
fuck Trump.
Velica.
That's
right
just terrible. Oh, she said fuck
on.
Trump. We don't want that said on it. So everybody, you know, it gets habit for me. Everybody starts saying fuck Trump. Anyway, fuck Trump.
With what, Bernadette? With Velka?
Yeah,
with Velka?
That could get creative.
Hey, I got no trademark on this, okay, guys?
Anybody can use it. Feel free. Feel free to use it.
I won't call him president, but I'll call him President Fuck Trump.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good one.
There you go. This is oh Lord, we are going to see so much by Friday. This is all going to come by Friday. Either we're going to have witnesses, and or we're going to have a disgrace, and it looks like we're going to have witnesses because of John Bolton standing up for John Kelly coming out and saying what he did today. It's getting too much pressure on the Republican Party, which is good.
Yeah, I noticed that today, John. I noticed that Romney came out right after, and he was even sitting there, and he said, "There's things that we need to see." Because he says, I'm not getting a lot from, that presidential side. And he said, there's things that we need to actually see, and then we need to go do the witnesses or whatever we need to do. Because he said, things need to happen. And that's good. At least they're not all thinking like, McConnell. So.
Right. Well,
John, I have a message from the chat to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Candy 2 in the chat wants to tell you that a nickname for Ted Cruz is Brain Dead Ted.
Brain Dead Ted. Brain Dead Ted. That's good. Candy 2. I did. I gave her a gong. Brain Dead Ted. I got to get that one in my head. Wait a second. I got to do what I have to do. I have to write it down once. Yeah.
Brain down once and you'll have it.
Brain Dead Ted. I'm going to use that. Can I use that, Candy, too? in my.
Yeah, I think she'll let you do
she'll
that.
let me use it. I'm gonna have to use that. I like that one. Travis always calls him the. What do you call Ted Cruz? Who's he? The killer? Zodiac killer. Travis calls him the Zodiac killer because you go look at the pictures; they look just like each other. So you never know. You know, you gotta trust your eyes.
Especially
on that
with that thing on his face.
Oh, he's trying hard to disguise himself. He really is. He's embarrassed for
Well, he should.
Yes, he
that
should.
It looks like a dead cat that got smashed on his face.
Yes.
Yeah, that thing.
He's trying to stand around in crowds so when people start talking about Ted Cruz, he can slink backwards and just fade away.
Dude, he is one ugly motherfucker.
He is. He's a piece of shit. He's a coward. And Diana Mallory just donated $10 through Super Chat, and that she is the donor of the gong, and she says, "Fuck Trump, so saith Diana Mallory." And without her, we would not have a gong. So we thank Diana very much, and we appreciate her opinion on that highly sophisticated subject matter right there. Breaking news exclusive. It says, I don't know, nobody can verify this. GOP sources are telling us after the Bolton manuscript, it's now very likely Trump could be the first president in history to be removed from office. I don't know who's saying that, but I like what they're saying, so keep saying it because
I like what they're saying.
Yeah, I do too.
The more they say it, the more it happens.
That's right. That's due to the same impeachments, no scandals, no nothing. No nothing.
No
an honorable 8 years. And I missed that. Worked with Republicans to get it done. And Barack Obama, who moved the needle.
Everything was falling. People were losing their houses. People were losing their cars. People were getting kicked out of their, rental.
Exactly.
Everything.
And I even remember telling myself, that, George W. Bush was the worst president of any country that ever was president. And you know something?
Yeah.
That's no longer the case.
No,
now
it's not.
Relegated to number 2.
I am on the same page you are. When W was in there, that was it. It was the worst we'd ever seen. Dick Cheney was the worst vice president. Yes?
Yogi is saying that it looks like the internet's on the fritz.
Uh-oh. Are we losing our signal?
I hear you.
Right now we're
bouncing a little bit.
Oh, we're bouncing around a little bit. Well, my internet.
Okay.
Go figure.
And Sherry Trump hater, she says, I wonder if Anonymous had anything to do with the release of Bolton's excerpt.
The deep state with it. I don't care how it got released.
Somebody asked that
He's got
person.
no friends. He don't even have a dog.
I will ask that person or persons, please keep doing it.
Yeah. You're doing the
Just
country a favor.
Just go give them the whole damn book.
But I don't know who released it, but who does it benefit it? But John Bolton's going to sell a lot of books. And I don't know if that's the reason it got leaked, but I'm glad it did. It could be a whole lot better if John Bolton were to just show up on CNN tomorrow. How you doing? Let's talk. And let's see how fast it takes the Republican Party to scramble.
Take a scumbag like John Bolton.
You don't have to be under oath. You could go tell your story. There's nothing stopping him from going on the news and talking about what he knows.
He doesn't work for them anymore.
No, he's an American citizen who has always prided himself on his patriotism to this country.
Yeah.
And
I was
now's
glad
the time to
that
show
John Kelly stood right behind him. I was happy.
I was happy to see that. And one of the things that really does scare me is not only the fact that Bolton is coming out and saying, yes, he did it. No shit. He said it to me. That's his intention. That's what he was doing. It's what else he said. It was that little comment about that him and Barr were concerned about the favors that Donnie is doing for autocratic governments. Well, that's China and Turkey. And again, both places Donnie's got in business dealings with. His daughter's over there making deals over in China every day. You want to call somebody in front of the scene, you're going to call Hunter? Yeah. Let's call Ivanka up on the stand. Let's talk about her dealings and her business and what she's doing in China while she is representing.
Now.
Yeah, now. Not years ago. Not we scream about it later.
Yeah.
This is happening now.
What about Trump's massage parlors in China?
There's a million things you could throw at the guy.
That franchise right before he put on the tariffs.
Yep.
You know. And they throw rocks at Hunter Biden.
I still
Are
don't
you
understand why they didn't put that in there.
I don't know. I don't know why that wasn't brought up. Because they're trying to reserve some kind of dignity for the office, I guess. I don't know why, because it's non-existence with this guy anymore. There's no dignity in our office. That's what I got question on that, John. You're disrespecting the office of the president. Why do I give a fuck? He's doing it. He's doing it every day. He disrespects our flag, our country, everything we as country has ever stood for. Every freaking day. So don't question me about my respect for that office. I served that office. Lady to find Ukraine on the map without lines, and this guy said, "Are you shitting me? You're serving a guy who couldn't find Ukraine."
Feed is out.
Yeah. The feed is
John,
out.
Feed's jumping, John.
John, your live feed is off.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh well. Such is life.